Welcome back, Commanders. Steven here. This is Command Center Wargaming. All right, fantastic, everybody. So we've got some breaking news going down. So AdeptiCon's going on, and GW have decided to grace us with some epic new releases, which is fantastic once again. So we'll be going through those. We'll be taking a glimpse over some of those. Keynotes here will be the Slaanesh stuff, which I absolutely love. We've got like a new Keeper of Secrets, and also the Dwarves as well. And they're also doing a few things with like Marines, but we'll have a look through that as we go. As always, I'll go through, give you some of my thoughts and opinions on it, and we'll take a look and do an analysis. So yeah, guys, we're nearly at 800 subscribers. I think we're like 13 off. So I was hoping to give those Shadow Spear units out before Sunday, so we could do the draw on Sunday or maybe Monday, because I got a game on Sunday, and then we can move on. So hopefully we can get there to 800 subs. But if not, it's all good. We'll probably get there the week after. So if you're not subscribed to the channel, please consider subscribing to be in the draw. And if not, thanks for watching anyway. Awesome. So there are a few newses, just a little bit of sideline newses, just before I get into this article and just give some of my thoughts on some of this stuff. Firstly, so next week, if anyone's in Sydney, I'll be down at Warhammer Sydney having a game or two on Thursday night. So from about maybe 5 o'clock, 4:30 to about 9:30ish. The guys down there have invited me down, so I haven't been in there for a couple of weeks. So I'm going to go down and have some games. So if any of you subs are from Sydney, heading down locally to the Warhammer, the rebranded Games Workshop, down there near Town Hall, give us a yell over Facebook or over Instagram, or send us an email or whatever, or drop us something in the comments. And I'll meet you down there, have a game or whatever. So yeah, I'm down for like Kill Team or whatever. I'm going down, I'm going to play. I don't have anyone to play with on that day. So yeah, if you're down there, drop me a line. It'd be mad to have some games. Might take some footage as well, so it should be cool. Also, game on Sunday. Hopefully Maddie's still on. I've still got to ask him, but that's going to be cool. It's going to be my Hybrid Alpha Legion, Black Legion list, which I've changed quite a little bit. And it might change a little bit more with the new reveal of the Chain Lord, and also I just found out, Danny just informed me, I didn't know this, that apparently Tide of Traitors works on Chaos Space Marines now. So all those cultists I've got in there are now getting flipped out for normal Marines. So I've got to check the rule, make sure it synergizes with my detachments and things like that. I haven't actually read the book yet. I've got it on pre-order. So I'm picking up all my stuff on Saturday. It's going to be cool. I've got, the big man on order, Abaddon. Also as well, I'm not sure if this was announced anywhere, but it looks like Games Workshop have also repackage their cultists. Now, that's what I was told by the people in the shop. I don't know if they're right or wrong, or maybe it's just like a normal thing. But they told me that it was basically a re-release, because they couldn't give it to me until Saturday, because it was like part of the Chaos pre-order. And I'm thinking, logic would dictate that if those were available before, then, then like I should have been able to pick them up. So what it is it's $14. This is how much I got it for. It's Australian dollar, by the way, people. Roughly $14, and you get 5 cultists. So I think there was a pack before where you paid like $13 or something, and you got 3 cultists, and now it's gone up to 5. So I got a couple of packs of those as well. And like I said, everybody, I got those Shadow Spear stuff here waiting. So let's get it to 800 subs so I can start sending out some stuff, because I'm thinking about giving another box away as well. We're going to get those out there, but we need to get the subs down. So fantastic. And the other fantastic news is Australia, because we're like 20 years behind everything. Australia finally got the Conquest magazine. So Spect, I still watch your channel, man, and everybody should check out Spec's channel. But I now do not have to solely rely on Spec's awesome videos on Conquest, because I can read them myself. And we've got the minis and all this stuff in there. I haven't actually gone through this yet. This was already open, so the guys at GW must have opened it because it was one of the last copies. I think it was like the display copy. But this cost me $5, and which is a bargain, right? Because usually, you know, I'm getting 3 Marines. Apparently, there's like a poster in here or something I read somewhere on the front. But anyway, yeah, so that's that one. And it's awesome. So I'll probably do a review of that tomorrow. I know some of you guys and girls out there, you know, you've probably seen that already. So like, but here in Australia, it's very new and I'm very excited about it because I always wanted to get those mags, and we will be reviewing them. So if you've already seen it, you know, please, like, you know, be my guest, skip past them. You know, there's no point watching stuff you've already seen, but I will be going through them, and it will be interesting to see like what the comparisons would have been, you know, to if there are any differences, any deals that were different, maybe in the UK to what there are in Australia. And to my knowledge, there are still some other countries as well that aren't getting the book yet. So it may pay you, you know, you guys and girls to check it out. So yeah, very exciting things going on, everybody, as we head to, well, we're heading to 800, but as we're getting to that 1,000 milestone, and it looks like people are starting to notice, and you know, we're going to get a bit bigger, I think. So it's cool, and with that means more prizes and more things. So yeah, it's great. Thank you everybody for being on board and everybody's support, and it's been great. So I'm also doing my blitz as well. I've just put the skin on them. I don't think I'm quite going to show it yet because this camera's crappy, and I'm just playing around with some stuff. But I'll get them out soon. I'm gonna probably work now that I found out from Danny that the Chaos Space Marines are back in the books, in the Vigilus Books of Awesome. I'm starting to do all my Marines up. Like I'm painting them tonight, at least base coating, because I was just, you know, I wasn't working on them. And only Adonis was telling me as well about the Chain Lord, 52 wound potential, a whole bunch of other stuff. So there's definitely some cool stuff coming out in that Vigilus book. There's some stuff floating around the net already on it. You do a few searches you know, on YouTube and that, you'll find the stuff coming out. I think D6 had a really awesome video on it. I'm about halfway through through that video myself, so you can check that out. That's some awesome stuff. They've always got awesome stuff. One of the few channels, bigger channels that I'm subscribed to. Some really good content on there. As I'm sure you all agree, you know, it's a fantastic channel. So, and like I said, I don't know those guys. I'm sure they don't give a crap about me, but like, as I said, you know, I like their stuff. So, you know, I'm just sharing that resource. I consider that a resource because sometimes I go on there and look at stuff that they're working out as well, which helps to get me through to my list and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, it's pretty awesome. It's going to be a high voltage weekend, that's for sure. And the week after that, we got the Havocs coming out, and then we've got the Terminators coming out, and some fantastically awesome stuff. So there's a lot of Age of Sigma. Let's get into this now. There's a lot of Age of Sigma that's been coming out here in the mix. But the thing is that, like, from my sort of perspective on things, stuff that is happening in Age of Sigma generally crosses over into 40k, right? So we all know GW, I mean, they're a company, they're going to be sort of, you know, those almost look like those mind control things, enslavers back there. I got excited, I went, oh my goodness, what the hell is that? It's Enslaver minis. But I just realized then this is Age of Sigma. So, you know, because I guess those guys are kind of looking like, you know, Marines, Sigmarines. But all good. But anyway, so I've got a feeling that they're going to be gearing up for, like, you know, heading into 40k land with Slaanesh. There's rumors going down that, you know, that Fulgrim's model is already sculpted, so is Angron's. I really thought that that Games Workshop were going to drop one of them last year. Apparently, so did a lot of people. But saying that, like, in saying that, everybody, I'm super glad that they actually dropped Abaddon. Because we really needed that Abaddon model. We really needed that Abaddon model. And what a fantastic job, you know, GW have done on it. And, you know, so, I mean, like, you know, I probably should be, but you know, like a lot of people know I watch a channel. You know, like I say the truth. You know, I don't just, if stuff, you know, my honest opinion on things. I don't just, you know, pump it out for GW, whatever. You know, so when they do stuff that's crappy, I'll say it. But you know, right now they're really killing it, especially with the Black Legion stuff. And I mean, look at all these releases, guys. You know, and in Age of Sigmar as well, which is even more fantastic. So, let's have a look. We'll just go through some of these videos here. So these videos are very short. So Forbidden Power here. All right, it looks like Games Workshop are really shortening their videos to keep people's attention going. That's really cool. It's like the, you know, the boat of death or whatever, like the Reaper's boat. I'm not sure what that thing is. They seem to be really... Someone at Games Workshop's designing a lot of... has been watching a lot of Stargate at the moment, I think. Because, yeah, we have that other Stargate thing coming out that gives you the buffs to Psychers and what was the other thing it did? And invulnerable saves, 5-up invols, the Chaos units. But the problem is, when it blows up, and I think it was D6 mortal wounds. So it's pretty much nuts. So this is a Dark Souls Forbidden Power, Soul Wars, sorry, Forbidden Power. Forbidden Power is a massive new expansion that kicks off the next thrilling chapter of the Soul Wars. However, you'll find something in the set that'll improve your game. Sounds good to me. And I love this character. There's another female character from Games Workshop doing it right. You know, so like I said, it's, you know, I'm very, very inclusive of females in the hobby, and basically, you know, but I like them to be done properly. You know, I don't like when things aren't done justice, and I think Games Workshop are really, really nailing the demographic at the moment. You know, and they're giving a lot of variety and that as well. I saw a poster of this character at the store today, and I love it. So I'll probably take a photo of it myself with it. Like, just, yeah, I really like those Sigmarines. They really fit in well. Fantastic design coming up. So yeah, so here we go. Here's another shot. All right, I'm not going to read through all that. I'll put a link to the article down below. So just some of the new units that are coming out. All right, so it's really cool. You see, you know, the big battle going on, which is awesome. All right. You know, the two sides going up against each other, the whole undead thing, you know, versus the Sigmarines. So Forbidden Power contains new endless spells usable by any army representing the dark magics of Slaanesh, unleashed during the Soul Wars. Sinister, deadly, and tactically invaluable in the right hands. These endless spells offer enormous power if you're willing to pay the price. Yeah, that's... You know, I don't know if anybody's played Skyrim, but I've picked up some other references as well. So chances are you've played Skyrim. There's like a little gizmo that you have to... in the Dwarven lab that like goes up, and it's like a kaleidoscope or whatever it is, and it checks out the stars and stuff, and it looks like that. And I noticed, like, in one of the trailers as well, it sounds like there's Skyrim music. I think it's in the Apocalypse one. But anyway, I can't actually hear the sound when I'm going through and talking into this mic. So yeah, I could if I put headphones on, but whatever, guys. You know, I got to paint some minis, and you know, you can listen to it. You know, it's all good. I'm sure you're capable of listening to it. So here's that longboat thing. Absolutely fantastic. Yeah, cool. And some more terrains. And it's good to see Games Workshop going into terrains. Some awesome debris there, some triangle tesseract stuff. Really nice scheme there. Loving that black with the green. It's very similar to my Necron army, actually. I should show you my Necron army one day. I've got like 7,000 points of them here in those boxes. I don't know if anyone's seen in the command center up the back there, you see like there's boxes stacked up. One of them's my 3D printer, which will be set up when I get some time. We're going to do some 3D printing and designing some epic terrains, Steve's custom terrains. And the other boxes are literally all Necrons. So I've got a fair few of them because You know, in 7th edition, they were, you know, they're all right now. Like, I love Necrons, don't get me wrong, but, you know, on the tabletop, they're less competitive than what they were. Necrons, in my opinion, they're great, but it's like, you've got to like play one list. There's like only 1 or 2 lists you can play, and it usually to make it like really competitive, and usually that revolves around you know, friggin' taking like 9 destroyers and then 2 doomsday arcs, and you know, and that kind of stuff. But yeah, so Bears, sorry, I mispronounced it. He's got the awesome Necron channel, so I'll leave that to Idic Beer, and I'm sure he'll be filling us out on the Necron scene. So the next battle tome as well. So we'll go through, have a look at this. All right, so that's fantastic as well. So Duradin, they're so hot right now. The forthcoming battle tome. Fire Slayers forges your army anew with updated allegiance abilities and war scrolls, plus the ability to dedicate your army to one of the legendary Ear Slayer lodges. Awesome. Yeah, really cool. Again, more terrain, more Skyrim-esque terrain. That's mad, it's double-sided. I didn't see that before. Yeah, it looks like a Hellbrute pose. I saw an article, I think Games Workshop posted it before, and it was them, and they were saying that, like, because everybody was saying that, like, you know, Gilliman was like, oh, Abaddon was like Gilliman, but like flipped around in the silhouette. And now Games Workshop have just come out and embraced it and go, yeah, we did basically mirror Gilliman in design, which I've got absolutely no problem with that. That's the way it should be. You know, you've got the 2 contrasts. Those 2 are basically designed to sort of fit together, which is cool. So here we have the Fire Slayers book. There's some more models as well. All right, some lovely paintwork here with that. I'm loving the highlights here, specular highlights. There's that asset, but looks like the front of it. So let's have a look here. So I think this was a Skyrim one. Sure, this is pretty funny actually. Yeah, again, another really short trailer. You know, I mean, there's not really much to say about it. It's basically just saying that, you know, there's more stuff coming, hinting it's going to be more goblins, more orcs and stuff like that. We've got some Night Vault as well, so I'll run through this. These are really cool. I love these dwarven guys. You know, and you know, I kind of was hoping that they'd sort of mix these into 40k a bit. Like, I get it that, like, you know, sort of like dwarves would be a little bit out of place, and I know that they used to be there, but you know, it's kind of like, they used to be the squats, you know, but I just think, you know, just give them some points values and that, so you can, like, people who want to just bring them in for some games can play them. Because these guys are pretty much 40k dwarves. Like, you look at them, you know, they've got, like, the power armor and everything, and the monocules and stuff as well. So here we have a picture of them, and again, some really nice paintwork here. I've noticed Games Workshop have gotten a little bit tighter with their blending and that, of layering of their actual color tones, which is fantastic. You know, they've always been killing it with edge highlighting. Like, I reckon they've got some of the best edge highlighting, some of their painters. But one thing I've always thought they've lacked was the tonal blends of the actual armor itself, you know. So yeah, that's cool. Now we've got Warcry. We'll have a look at that. Again, very, very short video. I think this is pretty... Oh yeah, this is the Chaos. This is the new Chaos dudes. So, like, I totally like these guys. Look at that, he's got like a mace for a hand. I mean, what, you know, what else can you do? That model there, like, I'll just rewind that. Well, I'll let it play out. But so the new Chaos Lord, the Chain Lord thing, the new unit. So I reckon that would be a sick model for him. Like, I know you've got a chain, the other guy's got a chain sword, but I often, like, a lot of times I play semi-competitive games, so they're competitive, they're match play, but, like, you know, as long as the measurements are fine on the bases and that, and it doesn't affect, you know, the mechanics of the game, you know, a lot of my games are kind of beer and pretzel in that way, where, like, you know, people are cool if, you know, you're proxying a model, as long as it resembles what it's got on it, you know? So you wouldn't have like a demon bloodletter and say it's like a space marine, you know, with a heavy bolter, okay? But, you know, but anyway, you know, I'd ask my opponent and see if I could go through and use some of these models. Also conversions as well. Conversions, like look at that Warhammer, like that's absolutely fantastic. So Sir Tobaggins would love some of these stuff to kit bash some of this. I bet you would, mate. Doing some awesome work there. And love that pose, like with the, you know, they kind of remind me a little bit of the gladiators from Gladiator, like the masks and that, you know, like the Roman gladiators and stuff, which are pretty cool. And small units there, some demons, more demons, or Greif hounds as well, or Griff hounds actually, so half griffin, half dogs. Cool, awesome. And we've got Tournament Apocalypses. So basically just announcing some more Apocalypse stuff, some really cool stuff. 10-side mega battles that span entire weekends and involve gaming club with titans, demigods, and hundreds of infantry duking it out in the cataclysmic conflicts. But what if you could get it done within the amount of time that would take you to play 40k? Well, that's interesting. So, yeah, so new Apocalypse stuff as well. Let's just hunt for some new units there. I'm always looking. We've always got to look at these now. Who's that? Who's that in the background there? What's that Kaiser Spike in the background? You know? What is that? What's that unit? Is that like a new unit right there? Did I just find that? Or is that, it's not a Hellbrute? Or is it? I don't know, just have a look at that, guys. Check out that. Is that something new there? Some like guy riding a Hellbrute? Or is that new Lord of Discordant? I don't know, that looks new. So the filer up the back there. Anyway. All good. There's a new Custodes scheme I saw as well with black and pink. I'm cool with it, but I just don't think it fits Custodes. So yeah, get ready to battle bigger, better. The new Apocalypse is a ground-up reimagining of the mass battles in the 34th millennium. A totally new rule set designed to capture the spectacular carnage, grand strategy, and high drama of Warhammer 40,000's biggest battles. With this system, you'll be able to fight in the kinds of conflicts once confined to art and lore. Ooh, that sounds that. Brought to life on your tabletop, all in an evening after work or school. Or during. Anyway, I'm not going to make that joke on here. So, yeah, so this is a totally new game, right? So Warhammer Apocalypse is, that's what they're branding it as. It's like a completely new, you know, rule set, core mechanics from the looks of it. I mean, that's what I get when you announce a totally new game. That's what I read. So, yeah, look forward to hearing more about that. So, yeah. Now, this is important. So, I'm going to read it. I love this. This is amazing. I watched this before. I haven't laughed so hard in quite a bit. So, the future of Warhammer 40,000. So, but what about Warhammer 40,000 on a more traditional scale? With the second book in the Vigilus series almost upon us, pre-order now, by the way. Yes, and you should go to GW, give them money so they can buy it, make us more stuff. Eyes turn to the next big thing for Warhammer 40,000, and oh boy, we have got some good stuff coming. Starting later this year, we'll be exploring the myriad war zones across the 41st millennium. The battle for Vigilus was a pivotal one, but such is the dire state of the galaxy that is just one of the war-torn planets on which the fate of the galaxy will be decided. Right? So, as we know, like, Vigilus is no isolated incident. This is a hourly, minutely occurrence in the Warhammer universe. And Vigilus, I mean, I wouldn't say it's tame. You have everyone there cutting it out with Abaddon rocking up. you know, with his new armor and his new things. So I wouldn't say it's exactly a tame battle, but, you know, when you look at the scale of it, it's actually not as massive as, say, the Battle of Acadia, but it might become that. You know, or Armageddon, you know. So, pretty cool. So, this war zone has brought up Primaris Calgar, the return of the Despoiler, and a huge host of Chaos Space Marines. Just think what other war zones could bring. And I'm loving how they're doing war zones. You know, I'd love to see like some battle on like some water planet or something with like all these islands. And like, you imagine they brought in like, nah, they wouldn't bring in ships. That's a bit silly. But like as in like sea ships. But yeah, so sorry guys. So yeah, so this is pretty funny. This is pretty funny. So basically 50 Shades of Grey. This is hilarious. I laughed my head off. So we're gonna watch this, guys. I'm telling you, like, if you're a young fella or a young lady, whatever, or a young guy. I mean, I had to see this with my fiance. This movie, 50 Shades of Grey. I'm telling you, man, just pray to the Emperor you never have to sit through this film. But Games Workshop have done a pretty funny spin on it. And I reckon it's awesome. And we'll watch this one. It's pretty cool.
So this is just an interview for the newspaper. I just have a couple of questions. Do you have any interests outside of Warhammer?
Do you?
I bet that guy is one of the real execs in England. I bet you any money. No, I don't bet you any money. I take that back.
I've got something I want to show you.
So,
my tastes are very singular.
Enlighten me.
That's hilarious. That's like in here on the other side.
Aren't they meant to
If I unpacked all that stuff in boxes, everybody, it'd probably look like more than that. Anyway, so look, they're bringing out new lieutenants, captains as well. Is that a captain or lieutenant again? It's it's the same lieutenant as before, but basically it's out on the pumping it out on the open days and stuff, events as well. We've got a new librarian coming. He's absolutely looking fantastic. All right. Community survey. Check that out. I'm not going to cover that here. Sisters of Battle are still coming. All right. So, you know, they're just reminding us there. And now we got Slaanesh. Right. So, Slaanesh is coming. And we've got a new Keeper of Secrets. And, like, I don't know what to think. I like the model. I love it. But, like, I'm just thinking that, like, you know, it's... I don't know. It's a bit disturbing. Like, I don't know. Is it, like, meant to be seductive? Of course it's meant to be seductive. It's Slaanesh. So, you know, it's looking really awesome. I love that Harvest. You know, the cinematography is really good here. The lighting is really good here as well. I want to see this kind of stuff coming into 40k. Like, bringing in the 40k, guys. Like, it's going to be awesome.
And we have such pleasures in
really
store
cool.
for you.
So yeah, Slaanesh model here, really good. Keeper of Secrets. I'm really a fan of it. It's kind of like a guy with a girl and then a horse. And then, like, it's just some really disturbing... It just plays in my brains. And it's got the head of that goat thing off, like, that show Pan's Labyrinth or something. Oh, man. But it's super cool. So it's one way to psych out your opponent, that's for sure. So we've come a long way since the Keeper of Secrets first graced the worlds of Warhammer in a realm of chaos, slaves to darkness. At once monstrosities and beautiful, the new Keeper of Secrets is one of the most striking and unusual Warhammer miniatures ever designed. Drawing from decades of art and lore, This model manages the nigh impossible task of creating a creature that's both terrifying and alluring, sinuous, elegant, and predatory. I'd say that's bang on. It's the epitome of everything fans love about Slaanesh. Tempted? We don't blame you. It is. I love it. I think it's one of the best looking demons. And then you've got like this unit here, which is just blown up on my screen, but it's got like a demonette on top of him. What's this person? A mask. So it's like some, not death mask, but demon champions. Masked Sister Zaleski, an unholy tag team of Demon Prince and Herald. Herald of Slaanesh, yeah, of course. Some kind of like Mirror Gate, Wicked Witch of the West, White Queen thing. Like, that's crab. I don't know, man. That's a mix of everything. Xenomorph Tales. Yeah. So anyway, new book coming out as well, which is fantastic. New scenery, and that's pretty much a wrap. So, all right, everybody. Look, it's been fantastic once again. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you've enjoyed the video. I'll link the video down below if you want to read a bit further into that. And I'll try to get this video done tomorrow with the Warhammer Conquest. Yeah, fantastic, everybody. Please consider subscribing for the Emperor. And I'll see you in the next one.